Did someone tell you this before? You're a Christian, therefore you cannot date a non-Christian. You're disappointed and you don't know what to do. Well, this video is all about that. Stay tuned for the answer.
My vision is simple. I want to bring Jesus through the lens of this generation.
The context that is mostly used in this topic is found in 2 Corinthians 6:14. Do not be yoked together with unbelievers, for what do righteousness and wickedness have in common? Or what fellowship can light have with darkness? Let's examine the context. What is it really talking about? Well, in the scripture, Apostle Paul is talking to the Corinthian church. Listen to this. He is not talking about relationships. He is talking about false teachings, unbelievers, and division. The nearest application to say is that Paul is calling the Corinthians to separate from the unbelievers who are seeking to divide the church from within. His main concern isn't with our relationship with those outside, but with those within. You see, if you are in a Bible school, this is number one important thing they teach. Be in the right context. You see, Bible verses are not fortune cookie. We cannot cut out and use it on different situations. We cannot cut the scripture and use it as our bomb for people. Yes, it's true, it will be easier for a Christian to date a Christian because they already have that common ground. But I believe in some cases, it's not limited to that. You see, telling people that relationship cannot work if they are not equally yoked is like saying that we Christians have our own little world. My wife isn't a Christian when we dated, and now we're so madly in love with Jesus, got baptized, and we're serving in a church together. You see, God's grace is bigger, and if we are truly called to be the light, then we can spread that to our partner. Let your influence be so big that because of you, they came to know Christ as well. Don't get me wrong. Besides, if you really want to use that scripture for relationship, it's true. It's not really wise for a Christian to date and especially marry someone that is not a believer. Let me emphasize, an unbeliever. You're asking for a heartbreak. It will also greatly hinder your ability to engage in God's cause. And I think the proper question we should consider asking ourselves is this: is my faith strong enough to date a non-Christian so that I will not be influenced by him or her? If not, don't even consider dating yet. Or consider the question, is he or she really a non-believer? Or maybe she just practices a different religion. You know, being a non-believer is a total different story. You'll be surprised that some religion have a relationship with Jesus Christ. We just need to lovingly introduce them to the Christian way of doing so. And that's where we enter. We go and make disciples. After all, we are known as the disciples by our love. We are not called to stick in our Christian cliques. After all, how can you make disciples if all you associated yourself with are all believers? Are you in the same situation where your partner is non-Christian when you dated? I want you to comment down below and tell me your experience. That's it for us tonight. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing and hit that bell as well.